Okay. Let's see if this is working, huh? Hello. Hello. See if we're working, huh? It isn't always guaranteed. Oh yes, it appears I am there. Hello. There I is. Okay. Good morning. I am just finishing up Brits, so I'm getting on my main character now. I am experiencing crazy lag this morning, so if we have buffering, it's on my end. Something is really wrong with my connection. I don't really know what it is, but just let me know if it starts getting really bad, and I'll try to figure something out. I'm not really sure why it's doing this. Okay, so today is going to be another day of just doing what we're doing, looking at normal houses, but when we hit one that we haven't perhaps looked at before, I will start to tell you a little bit about what I think are the pros and cons of each house. I'm not feeling well, but I'm holding it together. Tomorrow, just a reminder, we have the Bethesda stream, which if you watch, you can get the froggy pet. There's a dragon frog pet. I will remind you again tomorrow. It will. Their stream will end before mine does. Before mine ends. So I mean, their stream will start before mine ends. Derp. So it should be fine. Plenty o time. And let me think. They're saying the drops will be on for everybody. They have figured it out, and that will be a thing. I don't know. I'm assuming they're telling the truth, but who the hell knows? Yeah, it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow. I'm not really care. To be honest with you, I don't even care what they're going to reveal. I'm really just a sucker for free pet. I'm not gonna lie. That's the truth. I am a sucker for a free pet. I'm way behind on my indexing because I haven't been feeling well. But I'm gonna do what I can. Gonna do what I can. I don't feel so hot. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just a mess, kind of physically. I wasn't sure I was gonna stream today, but I figured I'd push myself through and do what I can. So I got a mail from Zendira, who told me the background on that ship we saw. It's the SS Valley Forge, which was in the observatory prior. She said it was Running Silent with Bruce Dern, and this was Running Silent meets Predator. So if you were just as confused as I was about which movie that came from, that's Zendira being very helpful and telling us what was going on. So I didn't know. I don't even know that movie, Running Silent. So that's just not a thing I don't. That's not a thing I know. I did see what's his name, Cassis running around, and Cassis wants to show us Cat Vegas again. Apparently, Cat Vegas is what's the words I'm looking for? That was that Vegas build we looked at yesterday, but apparently it's all animated. So we need to go back when they're on, which should be soonish, I guess, and take a look at those. So I'm going to try to go to a house that has... Hello, little monkey. As everything chugs away here. All right. Let's start with... Akira Hare's Cyrodiilic Bamboo Tea House. Everything's, I just do not have enough inventory. Okay, I shall slap you. I don't want to slap you, but you're insisting. Kira Hair Zero Tea House. I'm gonna try to write this stuff down. All right. Apologies if I'm laggy. I am laggy. There is no question about it. There's something going on my end. Ooh, pretty. Oh, pretty, 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 pretty. Look at that. Oh, that looks lovely. The bamboo looks fantastic here. I never would have guessed. But if you look up, it really does fit. That's kind of amazing. So, okay, let me turn off my markers. I use the points of interest, but this is so pretty. Look at that. The little table being sunken down to turn it into like a sitting stone almost. This is gorgeous. Sometimes it's oh, and the Zen garden. Oh, this is lovely. Oh, somebody's got talent. I don't know this person, Akira Hair, and it's, oh look, there's money in the fountain and they sunk it under. Isn't that cute? And look at this little shrine. Oh, really nicely done. Yeah, there's a lot of different things going on in here that are great ideas. They seem simple, but when put together, they're so elegant. And in here we have, oh, look at this little tea service. How pretty. That's adorable. Only one bottle of wine left, folks. Better get to the stove. Morning, also has coffee, probably doesn't bite ever, but you never know. I mean, there's times where just, you know, obviously. Whoa, why is this so expensive? Holy crow, why is this going for 160,000 gold? Is this BS? Cardiana. Superette. Artea. Danny dude? Wow, these are all different people. What on earth? They do, and what's the best part about those is you can just buy them from the vendor. There's a furnishing vendor that sells them, which is nice because it's always nice to get something kind of cheap. Always helps when you're doing an expensive build to have one or two things that are affordable. And then you use a lot of them. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I really like this home, Akira Hair. Excellent job. I mean it. It's really nice. All right. Then we have Amaya. Okay, let's see. What time is it? It is 9 minutes in. Okay. Seasons of love. Crap. I hit a button I shouldn't have. I hit a button I shouldn't have. Potatoes open, by the way, if you have forgotten to enter. Well, isn't that kind of normal? Doesn't everybody kind of do that? That's kind of a thing, isn't it? I thought, anyway. $3.32. Oh, just a tiny bit over half full. I'll just peek real quick. I think we'll come back when it's a little more done. It doesn't look fully done. Instead, we'll go to Jack's Rogues. Same house. Oh, that's really kind. People joke around about that stuff too, though. Sometimes people just kid and all start screaming, and it's a fun little time to joke around about that stuff. All right. 191. What is with everybody? What is with this? All of the peoples. None of them are having the houses. None of you have a house stuff. All right. Do Jack's Rogues tell Galen then? See how that's doing. Ma! $5,700 something a minute. Little bit over half full, but we'll poke. We'll poke. Sure. Are they... Okay, let me just write this down. Research... Which house is it? Matheson. I probably will avoid for that purpose, but I will go to the rest of it. Inside, okay. Inside only. Sweet, sweet. Sounds good. Thank you. We'll take a look. It's so nice that you put so much effort into just auction items. Even you make into cool scenes and show what's really possible. That's extra attention from you. It's really nice. Azalea, you won yesterday, right? Did you? Did you get money from me? I'm so Oh, this doesn't look... I don't think they decorated yet. This looks like the items that come with. All right. Jesus, a Breton. Jesus was a Redguard. Oh my God, that's hilarious. Sorry, sorry. All right, Ginger Snap. I haven't seen her in days, so let's do this while she's not on, and we'll see if we can get. She can watch it later. That's funny. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Although Redguards have light-colored eyes, and I don't think that Jesus did. But that's the only thing that I would argue. All right. Otherwise, I would completely agree. I believe it. I believe it. Mighty Match Meadow. J Hart's been here. 700 out of 700. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Cool. All right. I will turn off these markers, but I need to use them real quick. That is so cool. Look at that. This is madness. Good madness, but this is madness. Foot race, parkour, mud ball arena, speed swimming, and this has effects. And this is called Mighty Match Meadow. Cool name. Oh, and here's for if you win. You get to stand on the high one or the low one. Goodness, there's so much going on out here. But let me quickly crunch up my stuff. Crunch up my stuff. Yeah. No, it's true. And I think sometimes, I mean, Lord knows you've inspired a lot of people. And it's nice. It's a nice thing to do. Crunch. Crunchy up my stuff. Oh, good. I don't have to go surveying today. I have enough for tomorrow. This is wonderful. Excellent. All right, now I'm going to turn off those markers. Settings, add-ons. Oh, no. Settings, add-ons, turn off the markers. Oh, I mean, you mean Roscoe? Yeah. Duh. All kitties are like that. You move, they get mad. You are to sit perfectly still so that they can be comfortable. They'll all have all the comforts. Okay, done. All that taken care of. Yay, yay, yay. All right, what is this? I like the little airplane marker things at the top. I guess it's probably a start spot for the foot race. Hey, Deviant. What a cool little area. Just making a whole, like... Yes, that is cat ruler. Roscoe is the ruler of the cat hold. You could be a monkey, and then you have to jump up all of this parkour stuff, it looks like. Oh my goodness. Stabbies can't do this. Ah! Trapdoor. Very funny. It's very, very impressive looking. I like it. It's super cool. Well, one of the cats left me a little present this morning. I'm assuming it was a Klingon, I hope, and not an actual intentional poopage. But you never know with cats. What is under there? Oh, a light. So this is a lit up swimming area. Wow. Somebody, you know, Ginger, you put a lot of thought into this. This is fun. I would think it would be a blast for the participants. Ginger! Oh, hey, I've been putting off doing this house because I was waiting for you. And then I'm finally like, oh, forget it. I haven't seen her in a while. I'm just gonna go do it. And then here you are. It's like I've summoned you. This is really cool. I don't know where you got this idea, but it's a lot of fun. Now, of course, I can't really do this stuff, but I think it's adorable that you did. So this would be a maze, probably best in first person. I'm glad J Hart actually participated because I'm not really able to, but I think that that's kind of awesome that you guys got to see it being used. What guild are you using this for, Ginger? I forget. What guild is this? Or is it just yours and you let any guild use it? There's a lot of really clever ideas in it. Like the stands for the first and second place winners and stuff. I can't do this. I can't do this. Ah! Right in the drink. Typical. Me and the drink. I can't even walk. But here would be the parkour match. All along here. Oh, that's nice of you. you know, and say what you will. I mean, it's got foot races, it's got all of this other stuff, but I gotta say, I actually like the base temple a lot too. You got a really clever idea here. Um, the the towers here with a bridge in between with something on top of it, it looks like it was made to go together. That is just truly awesome looking. I'm very impressed by that. Mudball Arena. I missed that one. I've looked at everything else but the Mudball Arena. What is... Oh, this is the Mudball Arena? I thought this was a maze. Oh. That's awesome of you. That is really cool. It's like a... What's the word? It's like a laser tag arena, but or a paintball arena with the thingies up. I have friends who would just love to play this. And then the dueling arenas right here. That is awesome. I'm glad that Jhart got to play it. It's very thought out. It's very nice. You know, usually when people do stuff like this, they either do one of two things. They do a maze, well, one of three things. They either do a maze, they do parkour, or they do a dueling arena. You've done all of that and more, which is pretty impressive. I likes. All right. Jiggles. Enchanted. Jiggles Globe. I will be right back. Need a quick break. Sorry, I'm wearing my PJs with sheets on them. That's how together I am today. Alright, I'm back. And my sheeps are back too. You know, normally I get dressed and I do, you know, the whole bit and oh, this isn't done. And I work my butt off to try to look nice. But then, you know, so just recently, I've just been so sick and tired. I just haven't had it in me to do any of it. Lady Pan, Still Waters. Okay. Well, I mean, there's getting dressed and then there's having PJs on that no one's gonna look at, right? That's my thing. All right, no name to this, no effects, but it is full. 25. All right, good morning, Torbasane. How's it going? We're gonna be a jellyfish for this one. It's true. Fair enough. Good point. I like that saying. trade-off. What on earth? There's a lizard in there. Walking around. Interesting. We're on the inside of Stillwaters, and they've put dirt on the ground, and there's plants and things. I mean, it's so alive. Wow, look at this. This is in Stillwaters. Who would have guessed? Who would have thunk it? Interesting. Beautiful. It leads you. I see an icy creature running down there. See him? It might be a kitty. Oh, great! You can sell those. I think that was a kitty. It's hard to tell. There he goes. All right. So we're led pretty much directly into this, but look at the nice little clutter touch over here. And here's the doorbell. Hello, I'm coming in. More machines if you want to use them. Oh, I forgot to get changed. I should probably get changed. I'm always trying to change, but for the last couple days I haven't changed my outfit, and I don't know why. I don't really like this color. Let's do some things. Whoops. I turned off the brazier by accident. Accident! This outfit does not dye very well, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. You end up pastel looking no matter what you do. Ugh. That's okay for now. Sorry I turned your light off. Alright, over here we got music, foods, serene being drunk, a gorgeous view. Oh, look at that window. This is actually instructive. Alright, so what she's done here is those are archways. See? And she's put them on their side so that their feet meet. And then she put a single support at the middle. It's actually great. It gives that rounded look to the window. I really like it. I think it's a very clever idea. In fact, I think that's how she made all the windows. It's a good idea. We may want to steal that idea. All right, and so here's the outside. Wow, this place is gorgeous. And then she's got flowers all along here. Hey, Nova. No, I'm not really feeling better, but I appreciate you asking. I don't know what's wrong with me anymore. My arthritis is just getting worse and worse every day, and I don't know what the hell, why, I don't know why it's happening, but it is. And here's a little fishing area with some coral down there. Do you live here, kitty? I am opposing you live here. We need to go to the second floor too, but I just want to check out this backyard portion. Here's a tent over here. Who's in the tent? Oh, it's just a sitting tent for skooma-ing Maybe for missing home. I don't know. Here's the cave. Oh, okay. It's a statuary area. Almost like a museum. But, you know, coral and everything still grows in the ice. I could see it. It's magical, maybe. Maybe that big old machine was a heater. I'm not sure. It's interesting that she put down the dirt outside. It works. I just wouldn't have expected it. All right. I do love the fact that... What is that? Ah! It's a seal. A very big clan seal. All right. Yeah, it's a totally... this is funny. This is just the trophy turned upside down and used as a table. Second floor. We've got treasure, a monkey. More of those neat windows. An office. Bedroom. And a very cozy bath with smoke rising from our bubble bath here. And as I've pointed out before, there's the soap dispenser. Those things that they were selling at the Lux vendor recently, and I said buy a bunch because they look like soap dispensers. Well, there you go. There's your soap dispenser. Okay. This cat's Visigoth home, Samothrace. Let's go there. What time is it? It is 33. Cats Visigoth home. Antiquarian FX. Samothrace. Alright, I'm going to change out of this to this. You're still a monkey, huh? Okay. So, 461, 17 effects, Cat's Visigoth home. Now, I have to be honest, I don't know much about the Visigoths. In fact, I know so little about the Visigoths that I don't even know what they are. Let me just real quick pop that info out. I feel very ignorant that I don't know what a Visigoth is. I've heard the word. Early Germanic people, who along with the Ostrogoths constituted the two major political entities of the Goths within the Roman Empire in late antiquity. They emerged from earlier Gothic groups. They invaded Italy and sacked Rome. Then they settled down in Hispania, which is essentially Spain. All right, so they're a tribe from the ancient days that fought the Romans. I'm impressed that people know all about that. I haven't spent much time researching that kind of ancient history, and I probably should. Look at that. That's imposing as heck. My interest levels typically are around Civil War, although I'm starting to creep back towards Napoleon. That is done really well. By changing the color of that makes it look real. They gave it this burnished look that it doesn't usually have, and that looks really good. The weapons are also effects up against the wall. This is not a sneaky sneaky. I thought maybe it was. My interest levels, I don't know why, but I'm so obsessed with the Civil War. I guess because it's so documented. There's so much information on it from that's accessible. That's first person accounts. To me, that's like amazing. Easily, very documented, but also like not everybody has read the same exact things because there's so many accounts that not everybody has, like I certainly haven't read all of the Eastern stuff. I've mostly stuck to, Midwest type things. Ooh, pretty. Nicely done. Also, look, they stretched out the blue fishies a little bit, making them look completely different from the others. That's actually a really good idea. And here's a satay of murder. A murder satay. Satay? They're bringing this up. Good afternoon, Diametra. Diametral Live. Are you a streamer, Diametra? And I missed it? I did not know? Oh, okay, cool. Well, you don't know this because I don't think you've seen the reminder, but you can give yourself a shout out. Everybody follow Diametra for the live PvE trials. If that is yours. Oh, there's it is. Okay, so Samoth Race was telling me that they were going to do a, what do you call it? A star portal. What the hell is that thing called? Stargate. And then they asked for advice, suggestions, and then they made it with a couple of the suggestions, and I think Nova Draken helped come up with some, thank you, Reslov, come up with some options. And so this is what they've created. And I think that looks really neat. I wonder if it is a true portal. Let's see, where does it try to send me? You should make it a portal, Samo. Like, add portals with EHT. I mean, you have EHT right here. You might as well, right? That'd be cool. That looks really good. I like the fact that you used Aether. The Aether looks nice. That's still helping, Nova. You don't give yourself enough credit. Nova's awesome. Nova has helped me through so many issues with EHT that, you guys think that I know a lot about EHT, and I guess I do, but there are times where I'm so completely and utterly stumped, and I don't know what to do. And so Nova is one of those people. Also, Nova is also a streamer who helps me out when I hit a wall and helps me figure out what to do. Samo, I think you should make it a portal. I'd be fascinated to see what you did with it. So let me know. But I think it looks fabulous. I mean, it looks perfect. I like that you added those lights that you were inspired by. I think that's neat. All right. Autumn's Gate. Shutterbug. Shutterbug! Shutterbug is a potato. But what's funny is that I actually don't have really any ancestors who took part in the Civil War. So it's the American Civil War. So it's kind of funny to me that I'm so obsessed with it at the time that I started getting into it, I did not know that I didn't have any ancestors in it. I assumed wrongly that I did, and I did not. My ancestors, for whatever reason, all of them managed to avoid it. So these are the crabapple trees, so they make a lot of sense to have the apples next to them. Oh, look at all the butterflies all at once coming out. That is cool. That is a cool effect. Look at that. The blue and the orange ones all, look, they all seem to like kind of burst at the same time. See it? Isn't that neat? That's neat. Oh, nice little build up too. Pretty area. It's such a pretty area up here. Really worth the build up because you could just sit here and look out at the gorgeous little road, and yeah, that item is fabulous. It really is. Okay, so wow, all right, I see a lot of things I like here. First of all, they reskinned. That floor is the upside down of the tile floor. Secondly, they've created separate rooms by, in this case, using, these are those new, or actually these are the clockwork dressing rooms put together in such a way that they've created like a privacy blind. Here, look. See, I was saying about the soap? There you go. Yet another soap. People use them as soap. Then also we've added this wall, which has cabinetry, has a privacy blind thing over it too, whatever the hell the thing is called, divider. Then what I really like is they sunk this floor down, I think. No, this is the floor. I'm wrong. They added this part, but this is the floor. And then they have this be the kitchen because you don't want carpeting in your kitchen. You want something to be able to, that you can clean easily. I like that too. So you want either tile. I like how people are using that as a drain now. That's that sieve thing. Yeah, it's a lovely design inside. Really good work. I almost said Samothrace again, Shutter. I do like that they broke it up so much. Sometimes if you break up this house, it can seem too small, but here's the trick. What they've done here is really smart. You either use smaller items that you can see over so it doesn't feel smaller, or you can use those library that don't have the backs like these. These don't have backs. Now they put a fence behind it, but if you left that out, it would be just as good. As having a half size. It's hard for me to explain, but I think that's the way to go. Really good move. All right. Tezza's Shalador's Domain. It's excellent. It's very excellent. Very, very excellent. All right. 44. Tezza. I'm trying to keep a record as I go because there is so much work and time that goes into me having to go back and rewatch all my streams and write things down. Hey, Liz T, it's been a while. So that's always a nice thing, is to have that done for me ahead of time. You're a lurker. Lurk, 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 lurk. Hey, Bomb. You're dark blue again. 586 items, no effects. Elvira's Domain. Do love the sky. I do like the fact that it goes between multiple colors. Right now it's mostly purple, but it also goes green. It has this pinkish color sometimes. It's very interesting. Here's a little sitting area. I wonder how far down you can build. I haven't tested it. Does anyone have this property and know how far down you can build? Alright, so they've closed off this portion of the tower and put the gold behind it. That's fine. I think that it's wise to close off parts of this tower that you're not going to use, because I'm not a huge fan of the tower look. 50 meters down. Hey, Cassis, we'll do yours now if you have the time. Cassis has Cat Vegas, which we looked at yesterday, but there's a whole bunch of stuff that can be done in it. Oh no! Ah! Okay. We'll go to yours next as soon as you get in. If I'm done here, hopefully. If not, I'll pop on over. Artwork. Down you... Ah! I fell onto books. So we're going to see Cat Vegas. Again, but this time with effects. Or not effects, they're things to do. Got a kitchen here. I don't know why, but Tezza's shipping out Hosta. We're getting them in. Those pots, I mean, I like all of the Dwarven stuff. It's just pricey. I guess it's not that pricey, but it's pricey to me. I'm a lazy, cheap ass. I could just buy everything at that price, but I'm just cheap. Very, very pretty. It's a little holiday room. All right. Almost just went careening off into the nowhere. That's how I roll. All right. We've got Meridia over here. Meridia over here. Down to the cave. Ah, crafting area. Oh, closed off the rest. Okay, that makes sense. I wonder if this is their entry. I don't think so, but it could be. I haven't had a house that really needs them yet either. You know what I mean? Like, everything I have has been pretty... Ow, my thumb hurts. Okay. Ordinary, I haven't gotten any real reason to go the shiny pretty. I think we were just here, yeah. Okay. Just, I'm still turned around by this place. Still not 100% on how to get around it. And then we have Dibella over here. So we've got Meridia and Dibella. Thank you so much, Bomb. Much appreciated. And Shayo. We've got a nice little Daedric trio over here. Much, much, much appreciated. Woot. Tiny Bun. Ellen here. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, no. We're going back to Cassis. Cassis's wound. Okay, don't be dumb, Karen. Don't be dumb. Alright, I'll go back to Cassis. Whoops. Oh my god. Guys, if I'm dumb today, please feel free to remind me to not be dumb. Cat Vegas. Okay, here we are. We are in Cat Vegas. Now, I was informed by Cassis that a lot of this stuff actually does stuff, including this switch. Look at that. It actually plays. That's wild. Did you guys see that? Oh, that is so cool. Cardi would love this. And then the slot machines supposedly work. Maybe not this one. Wait, I won! Look, all the money came out. Serene, it's my money. Serene, that's my money. Get away from there. Ah, okay. Give me all the money. Give me all your stuff. That's funny. I am rich. I'm super rich. Ah! Oh, you're not wearing your Star Trek outfit. What are you now? Is this your very rich... Is Genghis Cat now just a very rich outfit merchant? That's really nice. That actually looks really good on you. The orangey color is super nice. I love, especially, I think you have reason to especially be proud of your pool table. That is something else. I've seen pool tables before. Never seen them animated before. That looks fantastic. When I was growing up, my grandfather had one. Look at the lights, the way that you use the magic effect to make it look like Vegas lights, and it really does, because Vegas has those weird lights in places. No problem. Did I miss anything? Are we good now? I do love the roulette table. And there's the little piece, right? This is the little piece. Ah! He just opened his mouth at me. Alright. What am I doing? I'm going to... Okay. Thank you, Cassis. The next one was Tiny Bun. Bloodkin Fortress. So let's write this down. Tiny Bun. Ellen here. I never see Ellen here's. Bloodkin Fortress. Oh no, and we're still not gonna see it. Sadness. Okay, let me turn on this back on again real quick. I gotta send them a notification. There we go. Okay, so then we have Tulian's Proudspire. Let's go to Tulian's Proudspire. Now, Tulian's got some really amazing skills with EHT as well. Hotel Solitude. In the dark desert highway, cool wind in my hair, warm smell of mead, or something. Okay, Hotel Solitude. Living up in the Hotel Solitude. I'm terrible, aren't I? What a lovely place. What Lovely face. And here's the restaurant. I do like the vampire furnishings. They're so elegant. Okay, so we roofed in the house out here. This is the kitchen. What a great way to keep it, by the way, that's an effect. Air, like flow going, uh-oh. Did my power just go off? No, okay. I guess not. That was weird. All of a sudden my fan just died and it seemed like power went off real quick. I have a power saver on this thing, so if it had gone off I wouldn't have seen it. But a good way to keep a kitchen, oh that's nice. A kitchen with airflow, because it's going to get stupid hot. Have it right with these windows going through. You're basically outside. Room 3. Oh, and we have Ernskar is in here in room 3. I'm surprised Ernskar took anything less than room 1. You got a star cookie, and you've got a dessert, teacups, and saucers. Those shelves are amazing, yeah. Here's the separate bedroom. So he has a suite. He doesn't just have a bedroom. He has a suite. That must be soap. And a nice toilet. Oops. I just locked myself in the bedroom. Oh no! Okay, keeping on going. Downstairs. We have guest laundry. Oh, look at those washing machines. Oh my goodness, that's brilliant. So what we have here is one of those round things from Clockwork. I forget what they look like a little bubble thing. And then they put cloth inside to show through. That is really cool. And even just sinking this down makes it look like not shampoo. Washing machine soap. This is really neat, and I really like the wallpaper. It just looks perfectly room 2. Phaedra's in room 2, and it comes with all of these books. Yeah, it's a really fun build. It makes you wonder about what's coming next. That's really odd. My fan keeps turning itself off. This is the thing from Clockwork, you know, the achievement item. Hold on. Then don't do them. I'm gonna show you what it is. My guess is it's... Alright, my fan must be broken. Yeah, the fabrication tank is my guess. This. That's true. It probably could. But it also could just be soaking. And here's a bathroom. Maybe they have a lot of stains. Phaedra's filthy, after all. And here's the #1 suite. Who has the #1 suite? Ah, the ye of little speakage, Darius. He doesn't talk much. Look at all these mushrooms built in. Looks neat. It's the mushroom suite. Makes him feel like he's at home. Beautiful. They all have suites too, which is really nice. I wonder if each one is supposed to make them feel at home, you know? Then up here, we've got a nice little hallway. And then this is amazing is what this is. This is suite 4 in there. So this is just a gaming meeting room with food and restaurant. Yeah, it's like a hotel sitting room or lounge. That's the word I'm looking for. And this is the last room, and this is Fazez's room. And he's got a litter box, folks. The other rooms had toilets. He's got a litter box. I mean, it makes sense, right? He is a kitty. Look at that lovely little chandelier up there, too. He does. He has a litter box. I mean, come on. The rest of them all had toilets. It can't be anything other than a litter box. It just can't. I love Serene. Oh, yeah, it's just beautiful. Great job. Honestly, Tulian, I love it. It is cute. It is cute. Let's check some things real quick. And then we'll head over to EU. I don't know what's going on. The rest of my lights are on, so it's probably okay. I don't know what's going on. Like, I really don't know why it's doing this, but... Just double checking some of the more recent ones to see if it's been a mistake. What a lovely place. What a lovely face. Living it up on the Hotel California. Any time of year. You can find it here. Mine is differently twisted. She's got the Mercedes Benz. Ooh. She's got a lot of pretty, pretty boys that she calls friends. I don't know what's going on, honestly. Like, a lot of people are having issues that I don't really know how to fix. I don't know what's going on. I'm having trouble getting a hold of Cardi. Now, Research has a storage house. Not a storage house, really. It's an auction house. So we're gonna go head over to that. That's Research, Mathieson. And we're going to look at the auction items, which are Valentine's Day related. And see how that goes. All right. Yeesh. I'm going right now. We gonna go. No, I got plenty of time. I'm going to just go over to EU after this. Yeah, I mean, if you're having problems, it's always worth it to try uninstalling and reinstalling it, but don't ever delete the Lua. Oh my god, it's Ghost. That is hilarious. Oh my lord. I'm dying here. This is Ghost, guys. You see it? It's got the pottery, it's got the kiln. The piggies. The piggies. The piggies. And then this is a lovely little bedroom set. Pig ghost is right. And then watchers in Blackreach. That's what that looks like to me. I mean, I think they're having sex, but I don't know. And this is like a machine love house. Really not sure what to make of that. Love in the Crystals Garden, inside left under stair, yeah. Oh, I see. Everybody's having sex. Okay, I got it. Ooh, boy. Retire pet animation, the clockwork section. I don't know that I want to, but here we go, folks. I'm a little grossed out by this. Do I have to watch this? Oh, my Lord. I'm gonna pass. Then this is a beautiful bedroom. I don't see any sex happening in here yet. This is sexless. Elsewhere, ecstasy suite. It's beautiful. Yeah, I'd say love is in the air, all right. But that ain't love. That goes beyond love, right into naughty. This is quite pretty as well. Now, if I'm correct, this is Scheming Skeever is the guild. That's quite pretty too. And research helps them organize. Oh, nice. Uh-oh. I think I know what's going on here. That is a nice one. Yeah, pretty much. So this, unfortunately, he drank something he probably shouldn't have, but now the two forms of blobs are having a nice day together. Quite romantic, I'm sure. Over here we have probably just a normal, pretty home, Hlalu looking, wealthy, pretty house. Love potion number 9. Okay, so he died, so it worked on the blobs instead. That's funny stuff. Indorel Infidelity Suite, inside right wing. Oh my god. And then what's in here? Are the plants loving one another? Oh, this one's pretty. I would actually bid on this. This is quite lovely. Look at this. So yeah. I don't need to point out what that is. You all get it, right? Nice cobble, by the way. It matches. And the floor. Everything looks quite lovely. All right, up we go. Oh, did I get to all of them? No. This is the main room. Quite bright in here. Oh boy. Vampiric love. Cassie. Very cute, Cassie. Very, very clever. I like it. No. No, I don't think you want to. No. Is there anything on the thingers? Or should I just assume we're done? Because I don't want to give away my J Hearts contest, but because I know research has one of his, oh, this is beautiful. Entries here. Thank you. It's beautiful, honestly. I like it a lot. Okay, let's go over to EU. It's still very pretty though. I likes. Thank you for inviting me. About the Hotel California. A lovely place. Her mind is differently twisted. She's got the Mercedes-Benz. Uh-oh. She's got a lot of pretty, pretty boys. She calls friends. Of course! What else would they be? Don't be ridiculous. Of course we're being lewd. Lewd! I'm made of lewd. Very cute ideas. All right. Burb. Yeah, I like that one the best too. Hey, you're not allowed in there. Where are you going? You're a problem child, you know that? You can follow me around, that's fine. You're just a problem child. Just going everywhere, being annoying. All right. Here we are. We're here. Let us go. Hello, Samuel. We looked at your house. You're gonna have to watch earlier when I post this. I have it all up there, so. Okay. Next, we have Varitas Cerbis Mornoth. Okay. How you feeling anyway? Are you doing better after the COVID? All right. 114 and 15. Good. Another streamer I know very well helped his girlfriend's father move to Florida earlier in the year before last year before the pandemic really hit full force. That guy just died. Not the streamer, the father that he helped move of COVID. So it's just one of those things that you realize how bad. What is this? What would you say this is? It's something. I just don't know what. What do you think that is? They had a very clear idea of what they wanted to do. I just can't put my finger on what it is. Maybe. Well, that's nice of you for feeling bad for her. It's good. Some people just don't appreciate it, but you were in the hospital, and it's too bad you couldn't have somebody step up and take care of the kids for you both while you're both recuperating. Look at this cute little house. What is this? What is this Oh, crap. I hit a button I shouldn't have. Does anyone know what that was? What was that little house-looking thing? Was that the top of the tower, perhaps? Because that did not look to me like an actual, like, item. This is the top of the tower. Okay, I'm not on crack. This is the top of the tower that's part of the house. I thought I did. Samo? Maybe because I'd already previously signed it? I'm not sure. I can go back later. I wrote it down. This is wild. Like, I can't quite put my finger on what all's going on over here. All right, back to the front. There's stuff here. It's like it's in Russian, so I can't, like, the listing was in Russian, I think. Or unless I was looking at the one above or below it. What is all this? It's so curious. I want to know the story behind it. All right, I believe this is the end of the house. It is really quite curious. I'm assuming it's some sort of archaeological dig going on, right? Over lava. Maybe we're on a volcano. Very interesting. Fascinating. Valenia Mogwarts? I'm not sure. Leopard Cave on the hill. Wait, yours? I don't remember. My memory, I can't. Honestly, like, I can't remember anything for 5 minutes anymore. It's part of my disability. My memory is shot. I'm sorry. I will try to remember. Try to remember that time in September when lights were on and oh so callow. Alright. And follow. This is how I live my life, from song to song. My memory is truly shot. It's nothing personal, believe me. It comes directly from being ill, and I can't remember words even, let alone what I've seen today. I'm sorry. That's why I take notes. Oh, pretty. Mugworts. Mugworts. We're almost full. And, you know, I'm not a huge fan of Ebonheart, so because of the ash falling, but this does a nice job with it. Even with the ash falling, it looks nice. You know what I think it is that makes it successful? The flowers they're choosing are rich colored, and in some cases like gnarled or darker colored. And I think that if it was just too bright and cheery, it wouldn't quite work as well as this does. I think it's the reddish gnarl look really, really looks good in this. Oh, look at this little room. What's over here? A feather. And all sorts of things going on in here. Why is the table slanted? Does anyone know? Why is the common table slanted? Does that make any sense to anyone? I really am curious. And up here we have a nice little spot to look out. And again, we'll go right on through this time. Nice lighting of that fountain, by the way. Maybe. And here we are. This is Mugworts. I get it. In Europe, this is not an American thing, so it's something that I'm glad I know a little bit about. Cats are sometimes referred to as moggies or mogs. This is not an American thing, so we wouldn't quite get the mog reference. But if you figure Hogwarts, Mogwarts, there you go. I don't know why they're not. Oh, here's the bathroom, and that must be the ghost. What's her name? The crying ghost. That's funny. Well done. What's down here? Ah! A Dargon. Well done. I don't get all the references to all of this, what all of this is, but it's neat. Meowing Myrtle. Oh, God, that's so adorable. I remembered that. And then down here, this is one of the classrooms, I'm guessing. Oh, that's the basilisk. Okay. Thank you for knowing. Oh, man, I've never actually seen all of the movies, and I stopped reading at the last book. I'm a terrible, terrible person. Another classroom? Or not? This might be divination. I don't know why there's a bedroom in divination, but I think it might be. Thank you. I didn't know that. I appreciate that you explained that, because I knew it probably meant something, but it's such a waste for me because I haven't seen these films. That's why I rely on you guys to know this stuff. Look, the lamp fell over in the library. Got a pretty little fish tank. Wiggly lights are done with blue Velothi braziers usually. They do distortion. These are the dangerous books. And here's a dorm. I mean, it reminds me of Buffy, because Buffy had that caged in section too, if you remember. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I think that's it. I think we have seen it all. And this is fun. Treasure. All right, moving on. Really nice. All right, let's go to Turkhale's. No, Turkhale I'm waiting for. When Turkhale gets on, we'll do that. Thisbe, Velothi Reverie. And we've got Noble Vampire. There's a reason why I'm writing all these down, so hopefully I will get this summary up faster. Okay. See you later. Have a good walk. 400 out of 400. Noble Vampire. Is it a noble in terms of class? It is a noble, not a peasant? Or is it noble in terms of behavior? That's the question. No effects. Oh, I know the feeling. Demons. Let's go downstairs. Lots of scary heads on the walls. Well, it is vampire-y. I mean, blood. Makes sense. Here's some dead people. I know, a vampire with dead people in here? I mean, come on. I always wonder about this. Does this mean that the spouse just didn't wake up yet? Or does it mean that it's like they weren't a vampire? I don't know. Ah, sorry, my mouse is being stupid again. Okay. Well, yeah, you have to be the advocate because they're not going to do it for you. I mean, any way that they can get out of doing things that they're supposed to do, I hate to say it, but a lot of them are like that. Notice there's extra stuff put on the bookcase. Don't forget that you can add things to the bookcases. You don't have to take them as is. You can always put more stuff on the shelves, and there's empty spaces just to do that with, too. So this person's demonstrated that quite nicely here. Just a very elegant... I like the stick in there, actually. A very, very elegant vampire home. So I'm going to go with the noble vampire being a noble, not that they are noble. They are a noble. Like a break front over here or something. Let's go in the yard. Yeah. The blue and the red really stand out. And then here we go. We've got a little area for doing some sort of rituals. I think it's lovely. Okay, hand hurts, sorry. Technica, solid snow melt. No, that's not like Technica. They usually don't mind. Hi, cat. Cat is jumping up here, so if you see cat butt, that's what that is. Soundfly. So I'm going to be playing a little bit of Skyrim. I think it's something like 500 add-ons or 500 mods to make it look better. So it's crazy good looking. And I figure we all could, you know, if you feel like it later, we could all watch and play some Skyrim. All right, 2-6. Okay, we're not done. We'll just sign in and then keep going. I mean, it's just to screw around because I haven't been feeling well enough to really do anything serious. Shadows of Sirius. Ah, I get it. Nah. I will be trying to build something soon when I start feeling a little bit better. My energy is back down again. I know I was telling you guys that my energy was up. It's back down. Oh yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to, Dimetra. $5.80. What on earth? What is going on in here? It's madness. It's madness, I tell you. This looks like a guild house to me. A guild house and somebody playing with EHT for fun and profit. Or just for fun. What are you doing, you crazy animal? She's got the zoomies. She's such a child. She really is. She's like the most childish kitty I've ever seen. Granted, I've had only old cats for a really long time, but she's crazy. Oh, yeah, I have my filter changer thing off for today. I felt like just being difficult and doing my own thing, so that you can't actually change my filter today. I will turn off that notification. There we go. That's off. It's a Skyrim. It's a Nord from Skyrim. I'm the Dragonborn. Yeah, my beard matches my hair. Actually, that is completely by chance that the beard matches my actual real life hair. I don't know why it matches so perfectly, but it's like I was made to be a Skyrim. No, you're fine. It's like I was made to be a Skyrim Dragonborn. I mean, obviously, I'm the Dragonborn because my hair matches. It's clearly me. What's this? Read intricate book. Empty. Yeah, because I haven't found any... Oh, that's an effect, by the way. Look how real that looks. I like that. This is like a kitchen sink guild house where there's just everything is in it, right? That can be a fun kind of house to have. All right, I think we're mostly empty in here, though. All right, let's move on to Diametra's Moon Sugar. I think she's on NA. I mean, EU. Why is this being stupid? Moon Sugar, not Moon Mirth. A poke that is slow is what this is. All right, crafting village. Let's go pretty for yours, shall we? All right. Got a cave. I like the exit being willowy, so you can't... Oh, pretty! I don't recall it looking like this, Diametra. At all. This is different. Did you just completely wreck what you had and put up just... This seems mildly familiar. This is so weird. I can't put my finger on... Yeah, it's so completely... I don't recall it at all. It is. It's beautiful. Ah, this may be you who I saw do this the other day, and I couldn't figure out how you did it in your antiquarian. That may have been you, but Swankery answered it. It's the rubble sticking through the Murkmire walls makes the... Yeah, Swanks helped me out figuring out what it was. Oh, there we go. That wasn't you? Okay. Well, someone else did it, and Swankery told me what it was. And so this is only the second time I've ever seen... Oh, you did! Well, at least we all learned something from one another. Is this a sneaky... Yes! Sneaky bathroom! Yay, yay, yay! Okay, this is adorable. I love the paper, okay? Because, let's be honest, folks. This is not the time of toilet paper. They used paper. They use leaves, papers, dried corn cobs. Having extra paper here is essentially what they would have used. So I like the historical accuracy there. The book probably served the same purpose as it ever did, which is, you know, what else are you going to do? And that's pretty in the flower. Okay, Bombs, I will do. Catch you later. Oh, that's pretty. I like what you did there. Okay, that's slick. So that's the Alinor little shelf thingy. You know what I'm talking about. I forget the name of it. Alinor, I can't think of the name of it. But down here you have a Nordic chest. It's turned on its side and just poking out through this Hlaalu cabinet. It is really nice. And then this is that achievement item from Deshawn that's in pieces. I always forget the name of it. What? She's squeaking sadly. What is wrong? You have food. And it's just poking through. This is, for the longest time, that item I did not know came in, could be changed into something that wasn't broken. And I always wanted to know, what the hell is this thing? Yeah. Hold on, let me show you what I mean. Her shrine, it's the Saint Valoth thing, achievement. Item. Velos Reliquary. Alright, here. I'll show it to you. I'll show you what I mean. And maybe you all have this same problem as me. Alright. This is it put together, so now you can see where it's poking through, right? This is what it looks like when they sell it to you. This is what it looks like. And I'm like, why the hell would I want that? Like, it just looks like a bunch of broken shit, right? And then it puts itself together when you enter certain homes, but you can also click it to construct it and deconstruct it. But when they're selling it, this is what it looks like. And so I never got it, because I was like, what is this madness? Like, I don't want that. Why would I want that? But here's an excellent usage of it, poking through. Great job, Diametra, just even on that one thing. And then here's a crown, a tiara, made it out of that Hlaalu vase. If you sunk it down a little bit, it looks like a crown or tiara. What's this? This is just a jewelry station, it looks like. Ignore my I don't know why I say things like that. Brain is not functional. Oh, look at that pretty window. This is lovely. Great job. I guess that makes some sense. I hadn't thought of that. Cal. Oh, I mean, Nova. Yeah, I know, Cal. It took me forever to figure out that you could construct it or assemble it. It's such a weird thing to, like, not know. I mean, you'd think that they show you the constructed version and not the deconstructed version. It's sort of like the sword from Alik'r. I didn't know you could break it. I always just assumed it was that one solid sword, but it's not. You can actually break it by clicking on it. Here we go. See? You see this Ansei sword? That's how I thought it always was. I didn't know. I don't think so. I didn't know that you could click it and it's broken. Like, that's useful. That is useful information. It took me a long time to figure that much out. So this is great. These braziers on the wall look like shields. This is a great forge for that reason. This is fantastic. By the way, anybody who isn't following me, if you could please throw me a follow. I'll never ask you for money. I'll never ask you for a sub, but I desperately need the follows. Much appreciated. Anyway, so we've got the scarecrow and a cute little garden. This is lovely, Diametra. Honestly, it's spectacular. Look at that mirror. All these cobbles. You're so smart. That's interesting. So combining the soap holder, as I like to think of it, and that new lens thing that they most recently were selling. This is so pretty. Yeah, definitely a nice alchemy everything. There's an alchemy garden, there's alchemy machinery, there's everything. Too cool. And then here we have somebody is selling furnishings, and this person is creating, oh, look at that cabinet work. That is nicely done. Somebody's making furnishings out of wood. Makes sense. We got fishing down here. Yes, we have fishing down here. Ernskar is doing some fishing for us. You slacker, come back here. He's such a slacker. Jeez. I do love the little village. Oh, thank you, Research. Much appreciated for the plug. And it would help me get ahead. It's the only thing that I really ever ask for. I don't ask for, I don't ask for money. I don't ask for subs. I don't ask for any of that. I just need the follows desperately. Nobody loves me anymore. I can't be a stream team without it. Did I miss anything? This is just stunning. I'm honestly in love with this. Villages and towns are my favorite. They're my favorite kind of build, period. And I know a lot of us feel that way. So this just touches my heart. Thanks, Diametra. It's super awesome. It's really, really just so pretty. Great job. You know what I would change? And you can ignore me. You can completely ignore me. But here's the thing. When you first come in here, this view is spectacular. But that cart, if you moved it over here or somewhere else, that way you could see this window and all in the garden and everything. This view would be so much more beautiful when you first step in if you move the cart. And I apologize deeply if that offends you that I suggest that, but it's up to you. It's up to you. I mean, it's fabulous with or without. But the initial impression is just so gorgeous. I mean, just give it a shot if you like it. You don't. Whatever. Okay, good. Some people get offended, and I didn't want to offend you because, oh, I lost track of where I was. Whatever. Who cares? All right. Let's do C codes. C code on? We'll skip C codes for now. Wraith Home, Sandera 811. No, let's do Sandera's Domus. We haven't done a Domus. Oh, C code, you are done. Let's go to the Ample Who Lives in a Shoe. Yay! C code, not games. I'm a kitty. With a white mouth. I don't get the white mouth bit. Whatever. Oh, okay. Did I write that down? C code owner champion. Got it. All right. Let's see what's here. Oh my goodness, what is that? Was an old lady who lived in a shoe. Oh my god. It's a giant shoe. That's gorgeous. I love it. It even has a little sock. That's so adorable. Oh, it's an Ugg. But it's a shoe. It's a shoe. It has to be a shoe because there was an old lady who lives in a shoe. And here she is, Sister Galena. And she's gonna eat you. It's adorable. I love it. Uh-oh. I'm dinner. There's me is in there. Ah, C code. I love it already. It's so well constructed. And the fact you can actually live in it. I'm like tearing up here with joy. Oh my goodness. It's great. I never would have thought that you could stack the dividers like this and make it look livable. You know, I would have thought that that would have looked bad, but it doesn't. It looks fine. Oh, this is great. What a great little home. Yes, research. That must be what it is. Oh, also, look under the bed. What do you see? It's very, very sneaky, sneaky, but there is a bucket under the bed, which is a... Looks to me like a... or maybe it's over there. Never mind. Ignore me. Well, she had the kids move out. She asked them to move out. That's adorable. So cute. Oh my gosh. I love it. I don't know if there's anything in here. Oh, maybe the kids are in the cage. I see a cage in the back. No, the kids are turtles then. That's funny. I love it. I just love it, C Code. Great job. Did you show this to J Heart? You have to. I get such a kick out of this. Yeah, she really is, because she's so evil. What a blast. All right, let's do Sandera's Domus. We have not done a Domus. Too funny. I love it. And now I'm a fancy potato. I'm so fancy. Everybody knows. I'm so fancy. Everybody knows. All right. Domus Frosticus. Oh my goodness. It is a cave. We're getting a lot of caves today. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just interesting. I do love me some Daedric rock too. And this might actually be granite. Volcanic plug, okay? Those are fun to build with too. They blend very well together. You know, you'd think all rocks would look right together when you push them together with one another, but they don't. These look, the volcanic plugs and the Daedric rock are in my opinion, two of the best looking rocks when you push them together. Limestone is a secondary choice, but these two kinds of rocks really look fantastic together. Oh, look at that. Okay, so we've made the house like almost like a cabin by doing this. And also you get a great view of the outside in Domus. Like, I want the whole house. Give me this whole thing. I want the fort. Gives me the whole fort, please. Okay, thanks. Pulls. And then we have a nice little waterfall going into the pool. There's treasure over there. This is different. I wonder what they were going with. For, like, what is the explanation of this house? If it has one. Like, was there a volcano? Did it go off? Like, what's the deal? I want to know. There's a way to get up there. I just haven't figured out how to do it. Oh, wasn't it adorable, Bomb? I loved it. Seacoat got all quiet. I'm hoping that I didn't offend somehow. Oh, nice. Okay, so we built a platform up here to look over the beautiful view. All right, so this I definitely agree with. This is lovely. Oh, good. Okay. I just thought it was so cool. I do like the high up views. I'm a sucker for them. All right. Rishi, let's go to your gnome's home snug pod. Rishi is a potato. Not like a me potato, a different kind of potato. A Tiger King potato. Dun-dun! Thompson, which house is it? It's not showing me as new. All right, gnome home. Snug pod. All right. Okay, this is cute. Rishi, this is cute. Oh, look at the little home with the little door. It looks like, reminds me of the Hobbits, like a Hobbit door. And the little windows are dream shards. Oh, that's so cute. Is that oh, wow. Okay, so we've got lots of movement and the mushrooms are all different sizes. At first I thought they were a stairway. They're not. It just gives interest to the view. And the crystals, and it's just really well filled out. Nicely done. Only 61 items of all things. I would never have guessed. There's no effects in here. I don't know if maybe you lost your effects on this house too, Rishi, because I know we were talking about that. If you did, you could always mail them to me if you redo them. If you don't, I understand too. But it doesn't need it. It's adorable the way it is. Get it? Adorable. Adore. Quatch! Cold Harbor. We have not seen a Cold Harbor yet. Cold Harbor, the hearts and souls of men. Don't ask, I don't know. I want my fan to stay on. Stop going off, fan. Grand Topol, got it. Yes, it's very cute. This is Quatch. I think Quatch built a little town. Look at that archway. So that's a hedge with obviously lights and flowers added. Oh, maybe it's shops. Here's like a lighting shop, candle shop, magical items. And I believe that Birodar is shopping. Here's banners. I always want to say tabards. They're not tabards. Over here is cloth and materials. I'm getting in front of you, Birodar. Not everything is for you. Furniture shop. Over here we have containers. Ocean stuff like shells and fish and decoration coral. This is a masonry shop, if I'm correct. And baskets. I would totally buy a basket. Merkmeyer stuff. Imported directly from Merkmeyer. Statuary. More statuary, but the little ones this time. And some crystals. Florist. Painter. Man, they thought of everything. Pottery. And then in here we have the eating hall. And this really does look like every fair I've ever been to. This is pretty cool. And here's where Galena makes all the noms. I don't really trust her to feed me, but whatever. And that is really cool. Now, I'm just going to pop around the sides. I think it's probably just in here, but it's hard to tell. Yeah, that was it. But it's cool. I like it. Alright, Bompson's Grand Topol. We have not done Grand Topol, so that works. I'm so fancy. Everybody knows. Aren't they, though? And they're gorgeous. I think they're so pretty. So Bompson gets Queen Poppy. A Zobby's Cube. Now, Bompson, oh, that's a clever way of dealing with that mushroom, makes homes for a Zobby. Obviously. None of them are for themselves. They're all Izobbies. Look at all of the... What tree is this? That's a Fabricant brass swamp tree. I don't know that I've seen that often. Right, exactly. And then this is adding to the waterfall that's already here. And lots of rocks were added, and fallen logs and mushrooms, and this is a gorgeous, you know, he uses a lot of these tonal arcs to create amazing things. Like the Hall of the Lunar Champion that he's done is pretty amazing, using a lot of those. So should you wish to, you could go check that one out. And there's the cube. Oh my goodness. Look at that cube. When I was a kid, there was this mall on Long Island that had a statue like that out front. But the thing is you could push it, you could turn it. I think they eventually removed it because it was, you know, kids were turning it and they were afraid it was going to fall over. But I used to love doing that. And this is almost like a carousel in a way. What is this? I mean, it's really cool. I like how you've combined the fountain with these achievement light thingies. I think these are the achievement ones, not the purchased ones. Oh no, they're the purchased ones. I'm on crack. Wow, everything, you made all sorts of cool stuff. There's so many combined things. I don't even know where to start. Alright, I'm assuming we could go in the cube because as if it wasn't insane enough to just look at, I know you. Yeah, we could go in the cube. Cubular? Wow, how did you make a livable space inside a cube? Oh, that's a great fireplace. Look at that fireplace. This is stunning. I don't know how you imagined this, even. Like, how did you even come up with this? Wowzers. Beautiful. And, yes, brilliant. I like the cobbled couches. Utterly beautiful. And you managed to do a second floor in here, too. That's just crazy. I don't know how you even made everything look so clean. All the lines are so clean. It's really just amazing. I love it, Bombson. It's super clever that you're able to... A third floor! Jesus! For crafting. And then an outside view of the water. Up high. Oh, look at that. I love it. It's a great umbrella, and you've got a painting in front of the real thing. That is really cool. I have to see if there's anything back in this little sneaky section over here that I may have missed. Because I noticed there were two ways you could go. Or maybe that's just to get the view of the cube over there. Man, it's such... For drinking beer, it's such clean lines, man. I would have expected drinking a lot of beer, you would not have such clean lines. And look at that, you made the porch on the back so it doesn't screw up the cube look. That is really something else. What is that? I don't even know what that is. But that is beautiful. Amazing. I'm super impressed by that. Really, it's incredible. There were bars at the entrance of the cube that I missed. All right, we'll go back. Thank you for pointing it out, Dimetra. I don't always catch everything, so it's nice to have people looking out for me, trying to help me out. We're getting near the end of the list, so exclamation point potato, PCNA, PCEU only. Need for 50,000 gold. Giveaway every day. Oh, Lord. Okay, then. That's the beer right there. That's the beer mark. Right there. Banana, huh? You're such a dork. I love you, Torber. No, thank you. Alright. To the Topol. Do an exercise. Mushroom House. Lady Galadriel. The bananas. Mushroom House by Lady Galadriel. This is 390 out of 400. And there are mushrooms. Aplenty. Pretty ones, too. There is a tree house. So here's the oh, that's neat. It almost looks like a cake with the mushrooms over it. It almost looks like a cake. Go inside and we have the cabin. And this is where Sister Elena makes her poisons and potions with her little familiar over here, the cutie pie. Nice kitchen. That's probably for the familiar. And then I think this entire tree house was separate for feasting. I wonder if she's throwing a party. Look at the basket with the bread in it underneath. You can almost see it perfectly. Let me see if I can get it better view from. Yeah, you can see it better from this side. It's wild. It's really very interesting. I would not have thought to do this as a feast. What is she serving, though? That's what I really want to know. Who is she serving? I doubt it's as innocent as it may appear. Because, you know, it's Galena after all. Really complex, interesting look. Alright, I'm going to pull the contest. Giveaway. I have a bit of a fever. So, there you go. The winner is Nikita again! Yay, yay, yay. I send you money. Man, you're doing good. Congo rats. All right. I will see you folks tomorrow with more homes. Have a great one. And don't forget, tomorrow is our stream for Bethesda to get a dragon frog. So catch you later. Catch you outside. Bye.